I'm just restarting my stream and then we can do it. You got it. You too. And we are going live. It's going to be me versus the infamous one, the Gemini himself. Tournament match, round 2. Battle of a pair of the heavyweights, the duel's constants here on Xbox. We've both played in a number of tournaments. A number. I think we've both been in a number of top 8s. He's a former champion. I have not achieved that yet. I'm an iOS champion. Kind of counts. But here on Xbox, I have not reached that pinnacle. And in fact, his title came at my expense. We faced in the finals. So that's what's up. During a tournament match, I will not be responding to the chat, so please do not, please help me out and answer questions as people come in. We'll be on the play. Let's do it. Good hands, good hands, good hands. Not very good. Very risky, in fact. We'd have to draw a blue source. Wow. Messy, but better. We have an answer to a Duskwatch Recruiter. Let's hope that's the turn 2. We don't have an answer to much else. It's kind of ugly. He does have Glorybound Initiate and Selfless Spirit. I can zap those. Alright, we're getting warmer as we go. I'm perfectly fine with those. Our opponent is playing a Flash Bant deck. Plenty of interaction. He has Unsubstantiate, he has Commit. His removal is Blessed Alliance, which that's not too bad for us. We can play around that. His creatures have plenty of toughness. He has 23 of them. He has 1 vehicle in Heart of Kiran and 3 planeswalkers that we've got to keep our eye on. Yep, there's good old Heart of Kiran. That can punch us a few times, and that might suck. But all right. Now or later. Comes some action. It's a Thalia. Alright, so this is kind of a posing. Alright, we have options here, but I don't like them. I certainly don't want to blast off at that heart. I want to make our opponent continue to crew, but I don't like this spot, especially if there's a planeswalker next turn. Okay, that's a welcome addition to the hand at this point. And now the staring match. Tireless Tracker is probably fine. I mean, we take another hit. He gets a clue. But this does deal with it. And it lets me do this. Yeah, it's fine. It's important to let the life total be your resource in these games. So if you get a chance where you can glimmer and then quickly recover from whatever happened to you, that is good. So we already know we have a removal spell and a counter, so we just need things that deal. I don't think Kozilek's return's right. And I definitely don't want the island. More card draw. Stuff like that. That's what I need in my life. That's a pretty good draw. So we'll go... You die. Land for turn. One problem with Disciple of the Ring in the matchup is Reflector Mage. So it's going to be an annoying card. Imagine his hand. Duskwatch Recruiter, sure. No prob. Tap land? Yep. Let's get that off the board, if we can. He's thinking about Unsubstantiate here, I'm sure. And that resolves. He's at least representing an Unsubstantiate, which he should. Without question, he should. There goes Evolving Wilds. We can be confident he just drew that. He didn't use it with his Tireless Tracker or the tap land when he plays Duskwatch. So that came off the top. So things haven't changed very much. Do I awaken this? Might be a good play. It's a tough one, right? Because Reflector Mage resets it, so maybe what I'm supposed to do now is get Disciple of the Ring going. Ooh, that's a good one, though. But it leaves me with no interaction. And Disciple at least protects me from a Gideon type. But it doesn't protect me from Reflector Mage, but it does protect this Aether Hub from Reflector Mage. So, if he has the Reflector Mage, at least my Aether Hub isn't getting tagged by it. Uh-huh. Tap it down, see if he has the Blessed Alliance. Nope. One of the neat things about Blessed Alliance here is untapping cards like that Heart of Kiran, so then he can attack again. We can reset him. I think that's probably good. That last card, though, is it Unsubstantiate or Blessed Alliance? If it is, we can just counter it. So I think I will just send in the Disciple. I have no intention of letting my Aether Hub get countered, get tapped down anyway, or sacked, I mean, to Blessed Alliance. So we'll play this again. He's going to unsub, perhaps, but we can force it through. And we're going to minus it. Let's see, if we do that, and then he unsubs, we can counter it. So yeah, it's fine. It's a decent position. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. Gisela is back. Yep, he does have to keep doing this. Just force me to use my Disciple every chance he gets. Alright, gotta be happy to untap out of that spot. Now he can start ticking up. Nope. Maybe. Okay. And there's the Spell Queller. His last card. So I think this is fine. Or is it? Yeah, we need more stuff in the graveyard. Being his last card means we can tap down his things. Oh, it's not quite his last card, is it? He's got one more. Okay. He's probably got Blessed Alliance to untap his guys after I tap them down. So I can go tap, tap, tap. I guess either way, he gets my Disciple off the board. What I don't want to do is exile my spells for nothing, right? Right. So I'm just going to replay this next turn anyway. Now, he might not have Blessed Alliance. He would have had to draw those cards in succession, but I'm confident he's had the Unsubstantiate for a long time. I guess we'll make him have it, right? Yeah, let's make him have it. I don't care if he gains 4 life. That's the only other consideration there. Oh, doesn't look like it's there. So what could he have drawn? Commit? So he can commit this on the stack? Well, let's start by casting her. I think. Do we want to do that? We could draw cards instead. How bad could that be? Much better to have Disciple on the board. So if there's a commit, it goes 2 cards deep. We can draw it again, no problem. It's just, when will Jace die? But if we bounce you... Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4... 1, 2, 3, 4 puts... I guess we can go up to 7 cards with kenfnet. That's interesting, right? Well, let's at least start here and get this out of range from the Heart or the Gisela. Dynavolt frickin' tower. Three, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Reflector Mage blows that whole plan up, though. So I don't like it. He doesn't have it, but he certainly could draw it. No, I think we should try to have Disciple on the table. Unsubstantiate, sure. Now what? I guess just drawing a card is fine, right? Having Tower out doesn't do a lot. So, yeah, I'd rather draw the card. Let's attack with you. Or no, then we can't draw the card. Never mind. We're just not going to do that. Silly. Sometimes I crack myself up with the almost misplays. And sometimes I crack myself up with the misplays. Blessed Alliance for the untaps. So he can attack Jace. I'm guessing. If he attacks me, that would be pretty silly. But if Jace goes down here, I'll live. I still have Kef. Plenty of ways to draw more cards, and we're already up 3 cards. Go into the head. Interesting. Empty-handed now, he's just thinking I have to find a way to fight 4 more points through. Maybe it's right, but it leaves me in a hell of a spot. And he doesn't have reach, so I just have to be smart. Just have to play perfect. No problem, right? Just got easier. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What could he draw that would blow me out? The Gear Hulk does have to resolve. And none of that gets in the way of the heart. So, let's see. Let's start here. Good. Encounters thing, play that. Then I can 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I can draw? No, I can't. I only have 3 mana there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I think this has got to be the best. Wonder what he could draw to get him through that. I don't think anything this turn. Five mana goes for Archangel Avacyn. Okay, that's pretty good. Trigger on. Search that, play that, tap that. Okay. And then Avacyn sees it and flips. That's bad. So what I should be doing is shooting Avacyn. But if I do that, he just activates it anyway, so I can wait. I can make him make his plays first. Alright, now we just have to hope that we don't miss a trigger window. Fortunately, we don't have a laggy connection right now. Everything seems good. Cycle you. Go tap you. Alright, untapped. Hallelujah. Now, Harness Lightning you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dynavolt Tower. Plus. Don't think so. 5 mana? Sure. Send you. Your move. It's actually a pretty tough call. Alright, so he could cast something like a Bounding Krasis. I don't think that would hurt me. I wouldn't be happy to see a Spell Queller, but I'm gonna go for it. I mean, I guess Dynavolt Tower can kill that pretty much at will. Yeah. And now we finally get to do this. Seemed like that took a while. Let's go up. Disperse is a good draw. That's a good draw. Send those guys. Should be over quick from here. And land for turn. Shows me the hand. Yep. Well, that will end game 1. As we flirt with disaster, they'll come out okay. And get that closure some people like. Oh, cast 25 instants or sorceries is my quest for the day? Easy peasy. Free gold, baby. Alright, I'm gonna get all the way out, then accept the invite. Game 2, coming right up. Against the spear-wielding Gemini. Hanging out in City of Waterfalls. It's 1-0 for me, and we're going into game 2. And let's see how it rolls. That first game panned out well. Maybe could have played a little better at times, but I think we navigated okay. It's a hard one to read. This deck has a lot going on. Oof. It's just too crowded, too redundant. Like, if I never get my 4th land, that hand loses no matter what. This isn't great, but I think we have to try it. Once again, Disciple is there. But I'm really worried about getting to play all the cards I need to play. Being on the play twice, though, that's something. That's something. Our opponent doesn't play 1-drops, so being on the play basically means Essence Scatter, Radiant Flames are hot cards, to say the least. Okay, let's see what happens here. There is Duskwatch, which I'm not afraid of. I've got Radiant Flames, which I'm either going to use that or Harness Lightning, so I'll go ahead and cycle here. And that's a good reason to do it. Hit a Magma Spray, so I do not have to use the Harnessed Lightning. But it's time to sweat our draw step. And we miss. Not cool, man. Not cool, but hold your breath. Mm-hmm. We're risking a 4-drop like Gideon, but we can't stop it anyway if our opponent has it. So we're just gonna keep things like Krasis off the board. Yep, there you go. GG. Fun times. Okay. Here comes the pain. He's thinking about how best to continue to kick my ass. Let's see what happens. Yep, that's a card. Don't know why that took thinking. Doesn't seem like it would to me. Alright, Take that out, take another 7. Maybe I draw the land for commit, but I guess it gives me 2 shots at it, so I'm supposed to do it like this. Uh-huh. Oh, that's interesting. Unsubstantiating his tracker that way. Funky. Alright. Oh, there's the land. What am I supposed to do? Man, if I had hit my land drop, I don't think I'd have any trouble. Gideon's annoying, but I have plenty of ways to stall it if I'd been on time, but oh well. That's magic for you. Not over, just a horrible, horrible position. Duskwatch Recruiter, no prob. Let's see if we get unsubstantiated again. Oh, there's an interesting play. What's that supposed to do? So he's gonna attack me with a 3/3. I guess I have to hit. Yeah, okay. Guess now the name of the game is hitting an Aether Hub off a Glimmer here. If I do that, everything's gravy. Maybe that's too aggressive. He's passing turn. This could get eaten by Spell Queller, but nope, not even a pause. Yeah, I need to hit the Aether Hub, so let's see. Nope. Why would I? Okay. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3. It's in a turn. One card is Tireless Tracker. Guess Disperse and Flames clean it up. See what he does. Oh man, I was just praying he activated this Duskwatch Recruiter, because if he did, I could commit Gideon and it would go to the bottom. That's so annoying. Come on, man, play into it. You're being no fun whatsoever. So now what do I have to do? I guess I do have to commit Gideon. He just recasts it if he has an untapped land. I could disperse Gideon, but then he recasts it for sure. I could commit this thing. That doesn't do it. And that thing's a 4/4, so I need to combine flames with that, and I need to top deck a hub. Gideon's gonna plus, so I could commit it on his turn, but since he's tapped out, I should do it now. Okay, well, guess this is the way to find out what's gonna happen. I'm really annoyed. I thought I had a pretty decent line there, but that's game. So that was a fun stumble. Good times. Let's not get mana screwed this time. And there's probably no card in Magic that punishes a mana screw like a turn 4 Gideon. At least not in, like, recent history. Not in recent history. I'm sure we'll be on the draw this time, that's a problem. So, gonna need some fiery impulse action, or censor hasn't done anything yet. That would be nice. Gonna need some early stuff. And no more Disciple of the Ring in my opening hand. Yeah, that can work with that. Duskwatch will make this a very awkward hand, though, if he has the Recruiter again. But let's find out, shall we? It's much better on the play than on the draw, and he's had it each time on the draw, and there we go, right on. So what can he punish me with on 3? I guess Thalia's the worst. So if he's gonna play Thalia, we'll play this now. And then we let 3 happen and hopefully stop whatever's on 4. Although this hand isn't being very conducive to that. And there's the pass, so yay. How about his hand gets full of Reflector Mages? That would be nice for a change. That's fine. Let's see what he decides to do. Play the flash game or no? He's thinking already hard. And it's land to go. Okay. Evolve in Wilds. Interesting. I'm trying to play a land. And here comes a Bounding Krasis. I guess if he has a Gideon, what do I do? I can't play in fear of Gideon, though. There are other things, though, other creatures that could follow this. But I should just take this out, shouldn't I? I shouldn't let the clock get this bad. And we'll see what happens. Oh, that's a relief. It's not a Tamiyo, at least. That's a pretty good one. But I have a temporary fix at least. Let's see, is it Harness Lightning in my yard? Good. All right. Let me check his list. He doesn't have much that can punish me. He doesn't have anything that can punish me. No 1-drops of any kind. Alright. Away with you, foul angel. We've got a game here. I'm thrilled about it. Hopefully my mythic will be the best one that gets drawn, but we'll find out. I'm gonna think about replaying this angel. We are in a spot where Radiant Flames is amazing. Let's see if we can draw into one. Also, I think I'm supposed to main phase. Okay, that's not that great. Maybe I'm supposed to main phase this Gear Hulk. Oof. Can't really turn that away, can I? But I do have pull from tomorrow, so maybe I'm supposed to. Maybe I'm supposed to. Yeah, I think I am supposed to turn this away. But I can't. Just can't do it. Just can't do it. Also, I think I'm supposed to main phase Harness Lightning here. Otherwise, Unsubstantiate and Commit become real problems. Whereas Reflector Mage on a Gear Hulk, not really where you want to live your life. So he gets Jace, but he has to do something about the Gear Hulk. And I've got plenty of other plays. I mean, do you Reflector Mage it? I think you have to, and then hope to Unsubstantiate it or commit it later. But then you're in trouble and you can't tap out. Here it comes. Oh yeah. And nothing else. Okay, here we go. Let's review. Only one blue source. No Gideon or Tamiyo at this time. What's the hand? Probably a Blessed Alliance. Hits all land drops, so there might be a land in there too. What else could we not rule out at this point? Could have held up Commit and didn't. Interesting. See what happens. Also, he ran out Spell Queller on turn 3. There may be another one. Probably shouldn't be discounted. Take that damage, baby. We have Gear Hulk with Essence Scatter in the yard. He knows about it. That one blue source may turn out to matter. Okay. So, I think what we can try here is another pull from tomorrow. Or the pull from tomorrow. And I don't think he can counter it because the converted cost will be 6. Because of the way that works now. And he'll flash in Avacyn, sure. How much I can do about that? We'll need to draw some removal here. Not good. Not good, Bob. Not good. Wow, this is getting absurd. Alright, so I think I Glimmer for it and try to hit Radiant Flames. Nope, nope. Yes, yes. I mean, it's something, right? So, another blue. Hit you. Hit you. And well, let's see if it's a Planeswalker. As I'm in very dire straits to one of those. And too many lands, too many lands. Now it's a Planeswalker. Unclear how annoying that is, though. Unclear. Unclear if I'm worried about it. Time to draw something. Oh, that's something. That's something. Alright. Let's do this. What can he do? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. I guess if he has commit. Nope, he has no blue. So this is gonna work. And then what do I have? I have 6. And maybe I'm just supposed to play Gear Hulk Glimmer now? So that he can't bounce it? I don't know. Weird, right? So if I play this now, I can't lose. He doesn't have haste. Even a frickin' Bounding Krasis wouldn't mess with me. But the way he tapped, I don't think he has anything. But I can't afford... you know what? I can try to kill it with Ephemeral. The problem with that is if that last card's Blessed Alliance, I get blown out. Oh, so what's his last card, right? That's what it comes down to? But if I just play this, and he has Reflector Mage, and I go down to 4, but then I have this again, and I have 2 more cards in my hand than I did before. If he has Reflector Mage... If he has... Such a mess. But I do think this is the play. It's not like he doesn't know about it. One. Okay, here we go. It's a big turn cycle. Good. That means he can't remove it. That means he can't remove it. Alright, I think it's time to draw out his Blessed Alliance if he has it. I do think he does, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't draw it out. So, I guess I want 5 mana up afterwards, so it's worth doing this. We could also attack with the Gear Hulk, but I don't think that's... I don't think I want to lose it. Not with Disperse. Not with Disperse. See, if I attack with this, and then he plays Blessed Alliance, I don't want to sacrifice it, so... Yep, there it is. That's fine. Hits Ephemeral. He gets to keep a Gideon. What about bouncing Gideon and countering it? I think I want to save my Disperse and my Broken Concentrations for something scarier. I can always respond to something like a Reflector Mage on my Gear Hulk with a Disperse on his Gideon. No big deal. Right, there's that. I think we're turning the corner. I think we're piling up the advantage. I think we'll be okay. Oh, censor. Why you be this way? Alright. I'm not gonna send in... See what he does. Okay. Not gonna send anything in this time. Just gonna kick it. And the target? Just thinking about which one he wants me to sacrifice, I guess. Interesting. I don't want the Gear Hulk off the table. I already proved I don't want to sacrifice it if his last card's Alliance. But here we go. Let's draw some cards. So he has something instant speed. What is it? What is it? Bounding Krasis? Could be. Do I send the Fumarole as well? I guess so. And then I can counter Bounding Krasis. Is that too risky? No, I can just zap a Bounding Krasis. 1, 2, 3, 4. Zap Bounding Krasis, hold up a counterspell still. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, tapping, why you so hard? Alright, see what happens. Come on, buddy. You can get there. You can get there. Nice and smooth. Now the commit? Interesting. And it is targeting the kenfnet. Do I care? I don't think there's anything that can punish me here. Not with disperse in hand. Even if he has Gideon here, it's not a big deal for me. The other Gideon. He might memory. That would be something. And probably the best thing he could do, but then we're just so far ahead on board, who cares? Yeah, I'd memory here if I were him. I don't think you have another choice, right? Here it comes. So this could get more interesting. I just get to keep my fiery impulse. Sweet. And we get the disperse back, okay? And now we have Chandra. Interesting. The game is still afoot, ladies and gentlemen. It ain't over. Reflector Mage. Sure. Yep. I can wait. It's fine. Let's... Oh, wait. That doesn't do it, does it? Let's cycle this. I don't have 2 spells in my graveyard anymore. Sort of gave that away, but oh well. Attack. I gotta get him dead, right? I think I play Chandra in attack and just try to overwhelm the board position because I didn't draw any hard counters. Yeah, that seems good. Just bring it. Doesn't have any kind of instant speedy super pump his guy that can punk me out. Even if he did, we've got some spells. And he takes the beating. Here comes Heart of Kiran. Card I'll have to keep an eye on. Here comes the Glory Bound. Sure. Thalia. Sure. Bunch of dorks. Another Reflector Mage. Let me read. Return target creature an opponent controls to its owner's hand. That creature can't cast spells with the same name until your next turn. So I can flash in the Hulk. So that's fine. That's fine. The attack is on. Try to exile you. Should work. Opponent tapped low. Again, no 1-drops in the whole deck. Blossoming Defense, not there yet. Not in the deck at this time. And let's shoot down this mage. Now that there's 2 spells in the yard. And now we can Chandra for 1. That's why we shot down the 2-3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Lets me play kenfnet. I can... And Gear Hulk. So let's look at the grave here. Gear Hulk gets Fiery Impulse, Censor, Magma Spray. Not impressive. Probably better to get the Disperse. Find a way to play it. And Dynavolt Towers 2 off here. So there is a card. It cannot crew Heart of Kiran. And we can Gear Hulk Magma Spray it. So that's fine, I guess. The only problem is if it draws a... He gets to use it a bunch. So I could take a draw at Essence Scatter, but I don't think it's worth it. I guess we just have to let him have at it a few times. So with that on the stack, maybe I go for this. Before he gets an Archangel Avacyn. And this does force him to do it all right now. So if he had revealed like an Archangel Avacyn there, he could have played it. This way he has to do it twice and doesn't get a chance to. Oh, he's leaving up 3 mana. So Gisela? What's he got for 3, do you think? Maybe he has another land? No, I think he played it first. So Gisela in hand. Bounding Krasis in hand. And land for turn, let's see what he goes for. Krasis, Gisela. And he was holding up mana before that, so there's something instant speed. So we can hit him to 10, then we can attack. Alright. Let's start here. If we can get our hand big enough. Do I want to bounce a land? It may be time. 6, then 7? Nah, we'll just say no, because we can bounce it next turn if we decide to take that road. Shoot your face. There's the lightning. That can, on its own, repower the tower. 1 activation of kenfnet makes her attacking eligible. Let's start by making tokens. A line that we could do that's gross is to disperse Chandra, then cast Chandra again and plus it. Does that get around Blessed Alliance, which is my big fear here? Not fear, but let's see, 4 life. What's that do? Not enough. Not enough. Okay. So I'm not going to worry about that. That's the draw. That's the draw we needed. Show him the broken concentration, and draw again so that we can still attack with Kef. And that'll get it. Whew. Tough set, but control doing control things. 55 minutes, 3 games, control versus Bant. Not tragically long. I've heard of worse. Alright, so find Gem, wish him the GGs. And get into chat and check out the chat log. So I'm gonna be answering your questions in just a second. Yeah, that was definitely a fight. You played that pretty good, I think. I do agree that you didn't have a lot of... there wasn't a lot that was set up well for that matchup for your main deck. If it's like that sideboard you sent me a few weeks ago, I agree. Plenty of action. It would have been a really interesting game if I hadn't. I had a lot of tools, but I just couldn't recover. It would have been very interesting. Can they hear you on the party? I'm getting people are saying they cannot. Anyway, so the hand after memory. If I remember, it was like I had disperse with the Gear Hulk, but then the graveyard was empty, so that was pointless. I think I had 2 red burn spells and some land, but I didn't have any counters, so I wasn't feeling great. I don't know then. Don't worry about it. I gotcha. It was a setting I had to pull out of Twitch.
Yeah. So I didn't like the Heart of Kiran in that matchup. The commit memory, I see your point. It is kind of clunky. So next time I'll take it out.
It seemed like you were, it wasn't until the last game it seemed like you were stuck on Blessed Alliance and Reflector Mage, and that hurt you. I don't think it did in the first 2.
I don't remember drawing the Blessed Alliance in the first two. That's definitely a card I never want to see in the control matchup. So.
But yeah, Heart of Kiran was kind of a pain for me. It did make that first game very interesting. I wouldn't hate on it too much. It actually changed the way I had to play that quite a bit.
Yeah, because a lot of your red burn spells, you know, they can't touch 4 toughness.
Right.
You know, and Harness Lightning, you need more energy for it to target.
That Gideon's emblem in game 2, that was a good call.
Yeah.
I was sitting on the Radiant Flames.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. A lot of your burn spells are dealing 2, 3, but they're not dealing 4. You don't have any grasp. You don't have any fatal push. So, and I said, why? I think I had a token and a Gideon, and I said, why? I think you were at 13. So if I swung twice, you know, that's lethal. But the one card in my mind was disperse. I think you run 2 copies of disperse.
Yeah,
so
I had that too.
Why risk? Yeah, I was playing around disperse actually. So why plus Gideon have it get bounced, and then I have to play it again, and it just having be encountered and stuff. So I know that playing the Duskwatch Recruiter and holding up the Bounding Krasis would apply pressure. I need to apply pressure on your turn and slam threats on my turn. That's how I beat you. And the emblem was the best route, because either way it would be a 2-turn clock, but the emblem was more safer.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And another interesting thing, all 3 games I didn't draw the Lumbering Falls, and that is the key card to beat your deck.
Yeah, that one can be a pain. I agree.
Yeah. No Advocate and no Lumbering Falls. Every time I tested with Natasha, it was always those cards that beat you. Because Advocate had 5 toughness and Lumbering Falls had hexproof. So.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I think I'm gonna leave. I think you opened up your Twitch to club some seals, so I'm gonna leave you to do that and enjoy. I'm gonna go join your Twitch and join the conversation and have some dinner and stuff. So I'll see you some other time.
All right.
Yep.
Before the seal clubbing commences, let me just review the chat a little bit. See what you guys are saying. Let's see. Heart is a pain. I agree. Heart was a pain that game. Pretty nerve-wracking. Good playing on both sides. Thank you. Disciple is my dark magician of magic. We have some bets on Blessed Alliance being in the hand. Gideon is so junk. New Gideon is so junk. There's some hating on New Gideon. The only Gideon that can be ignored. It did feel like I was ignoring it most of that game, huh? And then the GGs. So not a super active chatty stream, but Gem is pretty graceful in defeat. I think we've both played enough to know that in the Swiss, there's not much that you should get salty over. Top 8's where it matters. I've beaten him in Swiss and then lost to him in top 8. It happens. That's that's where I save my salt for, the top 8. Where I always inevitably get smashed. Alright, so that was tournament match. I'm going to flicker the stream and come back and we'll play some excellent Memorial Day Magic, okay? Just a few games, but we'll get some. Be right back.